Hey folks, welcome back to the Lone Pine Tarot. As you see, I have a bit of a unique setup for our pick a card reading for today. This is what I call a quick pick reading, so instead of the usual 3 different pile, more long form readings, I have 10 different little mini piles for you to choose from, and you can pick more than one pile today if you would like, or of course any video you can pick more than one pile, but this reading is especially meant to answer maybe multiple questions that you have. So today's theme is an old classic with tarot. It is a simple yes or no question reading. So think of a question you have in your head where you want just a simple yes, maybe, or a no answer to, and it's not going to be just yes, no, or maybe. There's going to be a little bit of advice, but like I said, it's not going to be quite as long as most readings are. So without further ado, let's get to the piles. Pile number 1 over here, I have the hair clip. Pile number 2s, I have the paintbrush. Pile number 3s, I have a silver pen. Pile number 4s, I have the shell. I believe it's a conch shell, technically is what it's called. Pile number 5s, I have the memory card. Pile 6s, I have a perfume vial, and the perfume is called White Fox. Pile 7s, I have a red pen. Pile 8s, I have kind of a unique item here. This is a whistle made out of deer antler with a leather cord. Pile 9s, I have a tube of alizarin crimson paint, acrylic. And last but not least, pile 10s, I have this cute little dollar shaped into a t-shirt. So like every pick a card reading, whenever you are ready, feel free to drop down to the timestamp in the description box below or in the pinned comment at the top of the comment section down below to pick on the timestamp for your very simple answer with a little bit of advice, yes or no reading for today. And I will see you in your quick pick reading. Bye. Hello my wonderful pile number 1s, welcome to your quick pick reading for today. As you recalled, the object you used to help pick your pile was this lovely kind of bronzy looking hair clip. So I'm just going to set that off to the left here in the corner. And first up, we're going to have the immediate answer with this tarot card that you used to help pick the pile alongside the object. So I also have some tarot cards to kind of give us a why, what's going on, and then I have an angel oracle card here for us to pick at the end to give you some advice going forward. So big question. Yes, maybe, or no? Let's look. So the answer to your question, pile number 1s, is the 9 of Cups. That, my friends, is a big yes. This is a resounding yes. This is a very positive card to get. The 9 of Cups is the card of emotional satisfaction, emotional fulfillment. The figure's even kind of looking a bit smug there and happy with all his cups around him. So to answer your question, whatever it was for you pile number 1s today, big yes. But we'll still pull some other cards to get more details, right? So I'm glad to give you a big yes, especially if it was a positive question that you were asking. So, all right, Spirit, can you give me a few cards for pile number 1s explaining the situation around what's going on with their question? Let's see, maybe 2 or 3 cards, please. Okay, and then we'll pick out here whatever stands out. We have the 5 of Challenges reversed, which is the 5 of Swords in most decks. Actually, I'm going to set these down here. Then we have the Wise Woman reversed, which is the High Priestess reversed in most decks. I'm actually going to set your oracle cards down here with me for a bit, just to make some room. And then last but not least, we have the 4 of Boons, which is the 4 of Pentacles. Alright, pile number 1s, what's going on with this situation? Something about an unresolved fight, especially here with the Five of Swords or challenges reversed. The Wise Woman or High Priestess reversed is not listening to your intuition, not listening to yourself. And then we also have the Four of Boons or Pentacles, as it is in most decks. This is the card of being stingy. You can see the figures here. She's kind of taking one pie, but everyone's hoarding all the other ones. And then there's also a little figure kind of eating one underneath the table. It's cute. Never noticed that before with that card. So what's going on here with your quick pick today reading? Like I said, the answer is yes, big yes. But it seems like there was a conflict of some sort, pile number ones. Something's going on with a fight. Something's going on with not agreeing with other people on something. And I think part of the issue is that someone was being stingy with their time or their money or some sort of resource. And overall, the deep cause of the conflict, or kind of maybe what was the reason you came to have this question answered, why it was bothering you, was because either you or someone else in the situation wasn't listening to the truth deep down. They weren't listening to... Because I'm trying to think of the best way to word it. Sometimes in situations when we fight, we don't necessarily work off of logic. We work off of emotion. You know, a lot of times the way what we argue about is not so much about what actually happened, it's about how it made us feel, right? A good quote I always live out in my life, or that I always hear and I always smile when I hear it, is people don't remember exactly what you said, they always remember the way that you made them feel. So whatever this yes or no question is around is, like I said, a conflict of some sort. People were more upset about the emotions involved than the actual truths that were being discussed or the matter being discussed. And there was something with someone being stingy about, either time or money or resources of some sort. Could be even emotional time. They were, like, for if this is a relationship for you, pile number ones, it could be maybe someone in the relationship asked for more, to spend more time with the other person. The other person was like, hey, I don't have that time to spend with you that you're asking for. It could be that, you asked for money back from after loaning it to somebody, or you were asking for money from someone just to borrow to you and they said no because there was more. It wasn't so much actually like the money or the time that was the issue. Like I said, it was more the emotions surrounding how the other person and you yourself felt in this argument or this conflict. So, but whatever your specific question is, pile number ones, the answer is yes. And then I'm going to draw a Angel Guide Oracle card for you just to get you some advice on how to move forward with this. So, Spirit, can you give me an Angel Guide Oracle card for pile number ones on this situation, please? All right, what sticks out here? Definitely that one. Self-acceptance. Pile number ones, I think maybe in this situation there was a bit of fear of... It was either that when you asked the other person for something, there was an inclination to feel guilty about what you were asking for, especially after they got upset about it. There also could have been guilt around, like, oh, really, should I have asked them for this thing? Was it bad of me to ask them for more time or for help with resources, or, whatever it might be, because this is a general reading, so it's going to differ for everybody. But this advice card for you is to, like it says, self-acceptance is accepting yourself, accepting your needs, accepting your wants. Overall, I would say the advice is just not to feel guilty about what happened. Things will be on the mend. I don't think this person is going to be mad at you or upset with you or whatever kind of negative emotion they had in relation to this argument or this issue. They're not going to be upset with you forever. It's just that there were more emotions than logic involved. And unfortunately, sometimes it just takes time for those emotions to kind of die down before the logic comes out, and then the other person or whoever in the situation was asking, because it could have been that the other person was asking you for something and you said no. Sometimes it just takes time for the emotion to die down after the conflict for the logic to come out, and then people to be like, oh, okay, I see what the other person meant. I get it now, and then things can come to a more logical conclusion rather than just people, you know, kind of catfighting at each other. So yeah, just accept yourself, pile number ones. That's your advice. Don't feel guilty about what happened. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's not going to end things. It's just a little tiff that happened, and things will be on the mend. So pile number ones, I hope that was helpful for you. As a reminder, the answer to your question today that you asked is yes. So I will see you either in another yes or no reading from this video today, or in the next video for a separate pick a card reading, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hello, pile number twos. Welcome to your quick pick reading today that is all about answering a very short and sweet yes or no question. So, as you recall, the object you used to help pick your pile today was the paintbrush, kind of a light blue one. I'm going to set that off to the left up here. Make sure we can kind of see it on screen, right? So I have two different decks to work with today. Not only is the big answer to your question, be it yes, maybe, or no, in this card right here that you saw in the intro, I also will pull some tarot cards to get a little bit of context in the situation, and then I also have an angel card for you to get some advice on what's going on or how to kind of correct it if you're not getting the answer that you wished you would have. So, pile number twos, let's see. The answer to your yes or no question is... All right, we got the Lovers reversed. Pile number two that is no. So, to answer your question, yes or no, the answer is no from Spirit. Okay? I'm going to set your angel cards down here with me just for a moment, and then I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you from Spirit to kind of get context on what's going on here and why the answer is no. So, Spirit, can you give me a few cards to explain to me what's going on with pile number two's answer here? Pretty please. Okay. Pull about 3 different cards. So we have the Three of Visions, a social gathering, something's going on with a social group. We have the Ace of Challenges, which is swords in most decks. A new thought, okay. And we have, I'm going to pick this card here. Oh, you know, pile number one's got this too. The Five of Challenges or Swords reversed. Yep, so there is a bit of a conflict going on in a social group here. I think someone had a new thought or a new way of wanting to do something, especially with the Ace of Swords here, or Challenges as it's known in this deck. New thought, new way of doing something. Maybe the way that you wanted, or someone in the group wanted the direction of it to go. You know, it could have been something as simple as a disagreement on what to do for a social gathering. Could be that you feel like you're outgrowing this group a little bit, kind of, because the swords here, or Challenges as it's known in this deck, is the card of the mind. The card of air, or the suit of air, I should say, the swords are. So it's about like a new direction of thought. Yeah, let me see if I get any other messages here. And then, yeah, the Five of Challenges reversed is like the aftermath of a fight. You know, it's not like the Five of Wands where it's more kind of a lighthearted fight. The Five of Swords is more of a mental battle, right? Because the swords are like thoughts or the minds, right? So it could have even been a falling out of some sort, or a social gathering that just kind of went wrong, or a social group. Could be family, it could be a friend group, could be a social group you get together with, like volunteering, or, you know, maybe over a hobby of some sort. D&D group it could be. Trying to think what else comes to mind. Maybe a book club, something of that manner where you get together with other people. Didn't go so well, and maybe the reason you came to this reading was because you were questioning, like, did I do the wrong thing, or did someone else do the wrong thing in this situation, or will it get better? And the resounding answer here, especially with the Lovers reversed, is whatever your question is no. But I want to pull one Angel Oracle card here to kind of give you some advice on what to do. And let's get that on the table. So, Spirit, can you give me a card of advice from the Angel Guide Oracle, please, for pile number twos? Okay. Definitely that one's popping out to me. Take a step back. All right. Pretty clear, pretty much what it says on the tin pile number twos. If this is a social group, pull back from a little bit. Pull back from it. It could also be an indication to pull back from the situation and look at it more from a bird's eye point of view. An exercise that might be helpful is to think of the people that were involved in this conflict, not so much as the people that they are, but like view it almost from like a third party point of view, or even asks, someone not involved, hey, what do you think went on with this situation? How do you view what went wrong here, or what's going on? Like, no matter what, the advice is just to kind of step out of what went wrong and how you were involved and think more about, from a bird's eye point of view, what was going on here. Maybe if there were deeper motivations that weren't really spoken about but were under the surface. It could also be to just take a step back socially for a bit, just to recharge, from whatever this group is, just to kind of put up your own energy and kind of get a clear head before you get back into the fray of whatever the social group or family, or it could even be a relationship here, especially with the lovers reversed. So just take a step back, chill a bit, maybe be away from these people or this person for a little while, just to kind of recuperate your own energy and get a clear mind on what's going on. So pile number 2 is, like I said, overall the answer is no for your question. And I hope to see you in the next reading, and or if you're choosing more than one question I have answered today, another reading within this same video, and I will see you in the next upload. Bye. Hello, my wonderful pile number 3s. Welcome to your quick pick yes or no reading for today. As you recall, the object you used to help pick your pile was this lovely silver pen. So I'm just going to set that off to the left here. And in the middle, I have the card that you saw in the intro. This is going to be your main answer of yes, maybe, or no. But I also have a deck of tarot cards down here to give us more context as to what's going on. And then I also will pull a Angel Oracle card for you to get some advice on how to go forward, okay? So without further ado, the answer to your yes or no question for today, pile number 3s. Let us reveal the card. And you received the Page of Wands reversed. So pile number 3s. This is a maybe leaning no. Maybe leaning no. So oftentimes when it's a leaning answer like this, I think it could turn into a yes. It's just that there will need to be some kind of course correction or changes to get to that yes, or to get to that full no, depending on kind of what you're asking. So in general, let's see, or I should rephrase that. Your other cards will give us more context how to change the answer to a definitive yes or no. So we're going to set that at the top here. I'm going to set your angel cards down here with me for a moment, and then we're going to pull about 3 different tarot cards to get context on what's going on. So Spirit, can you give me 3 different cards or so for pile number 3s? What's going on with this maybe leaning no? Okay, definitely this one. We have the Weaver of Spells reversed. That is the Queen of Wands reversed, I believe, in this deck. We have the oldest one, this is the Hierophant reversed in most decks. Okay. And last but not least, we have the Nine of Boons, which is the Nine of Pentacles in most decks. The Nine of Boons. Okay, what's going on here, Spirit, with maybe leaning no? Let me take a look just to see. Definitely there is some sort of breaking the path that you were on, breaking the way that things were done, breaking expectations from society, especially here with the Hierophant, or the oldest one reversed. I always summarize the Hierophant reversed as bucking tradition. So this is moving on to a new path of some sort, be it, within your family or be it within your own life, just a new path different from the one that you were taking or that others have taken before you. So Nine of Pentacles, or Nine of Boons, is all about satisfaction in the material realm after a period of working hard at it. I think this is career related for most of you. There was a lot of investment of hard work and trying to reap the benefits from that. And then the Queen of Wands reversed is a card of, because the wands are the suit of fire, and the suit of fire is all about your passions, your willpower, kind of the things that drive your heart in, an ambitious kind of hobby, what you're passionate about way is how I describe the suit of wands or spells as it's known in this particular deck. I think there's a misalignment here of, it's either a creative project that you've been working on, or it's something to do with your career or job where you're not sure if you want to proceed the way that you have been. You're not certain if the path that you're on with this art or hobby or creative passion or job or career is the one that you should keep walking on. And I think a lot of the worry here is, maybe one choice over the other has a lot more lucrative opportunity, hence the Nine of Pentacles here. Maybe you're even kind of asking more about which is the path for money, if that is, financial stability is kind of the North Star that you're following when making this decision. And especially here too with the Page of Wands reversed. The Page of Wands upright is usually someone embarking on a new, or exploring like a new passion, right? But reversed, it's like it didn't quite work out. Or it's almost being too confident with it, or maybe you were too confident about the benefits of this. Like maybe it was even a job that you started and it's not as good as you thought it would be, or it's not working out like you thought it would. So, of course, this is a general reading. It's going to be different for everybody. But in general, it's the path you're walking with something, be it career or a hobby or an artistic passion of some sort, isn't going the way that you expected. And maybe even your passion is a bit dwindling with it. But let's get your angel card on the desk here on the table so that I can give you some advice from Spirit on what to do about this. So, Spirit, can you give me a card of advice from the angels for pile number 3, please? What advice do you have for them? It's always a tough situation to be in, right? Not sure if we should keep going with something. Composure. Alright, so there is advice here from Spirit to... it's even like they're holding fire in their hands. What is the advice here? Holding the fire in your hands. I'm almost seeing like advice to split it into 2, and I'm trying to make that make more sense on the video than it's making in my head. Obviously, it's a little vague that I say it out loud, but splitting it into 2. It could be that maybe the worry is time related to this job or related to this artistic passion of yours. It could be maybe you're putting all of your eggs in one basket, and there's a fear there of, if this fails, all my eggs are in that one basket. And the advice here is to kind of split it into different areas. It could also be, if it's related to time, related to a job, maybe delegating a bit more or splitting more of your time between different things. So the answer or the advice here is not so much to leave whatever this is. It's more just to kind of realign with how you invest time and energy into it. Does that kind of make sense, pile number 3s? So like I said, general reading, I don't know every single question each of you asked when you picked this pile, but the advice is, the answer, is maybe leaning no. And your advice is to, whatever this passion or this career is, focus on delegating or splitting more time and energy between different places, or investment, I should say, of time or money. And also, what was the other message I was getting in here? It popped in my head for a second. Oh, and also, with the tagline composure here, that speaks to me of also focusing on yourself and some self-care here. Maybe you're putting too much energy into whatever this is and you're just burning out really quick, like a shooting star is gonna, zip, burns brightly really fast, but burns out really fast too. Focus more about focus more on a slow burn of your energy and your passion in this, and not so much, firing in all cylinders all the time, okay? So I hope that reading was helpful for you, pile number 3s. I will see you either in a different pile for this video if you have picked more than one pile to answer multiple questions, or I will see you in the next video for a different reading, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hello, my wonderful pile number 4s. Welcome to your quick pick yes or no reading for today. As you recall, the card you used to help pick your pile, or excuse me, the object you used to help pick your pile, I'm so used to saying card, was the shell. So the little conch shell here. Beautiful shell. I'm just going to set that off to the left over here. And how this quick pick reading will work today is I have your main card that you saw in the intro. This will be the big yes, maybe, or no card answer. But I also have some tarot cards I'm going to pull for you to get some context on what's going on, and I also have a angel card to get some advice for you going forward. So, first off, I'm going to set this down here. And we're going to look at what the answer is to your yes or no question. So pile number 4s, whatever question you asked, the answer is 4 of Wands. That is a big, resounding yes, pile 4s. Big yes to whatever question that you asked. Could be something to do with the home. 4 of Wands is often about the home or the community, right? And then let's draw some tarot cards to get some context on what's going on here. So, Spirit, can you give me about 2 or 3 cards to help explain what's going on here for pile 4s? What's going on with the yes? Let's see here. Definitely this one. We have the Folly or the Tower reversed. Let's see. I'm going to get some more context on that before I answer or explain what that means. We also have the other pile got this too, or one of the other piles. The Queen or Weaver of Spells reversed. And then we also have the Ace of Spells or Wands reversed. All right, what is going on here? Pile number 4s. What's going on? Well, the Folly or the Tower, as it's known in most decks, normally upright, that's a card about something falling down or something crashing down that needed to come down. Reversed, it's usually about something that needs to end that isn't. So it's kind of a card of having built something on pillars of salt and sand, as I would put it. But it being reversed is it's not ending when it needs to. The Queen of Wands reversed or Weaver of Spells reversed is about losing passion in something, kind of misguided energy. And then the Ace of Wands here, or Spells reversed, is not receiving the passion or like the energy you need for something. So let me tie this all into a cohesive answer for you, pile 4s. So the answer is yes. It's a resounding yes. And I think the situation is related to something that you wanted to end. Could be a project at work that is going on a lot longer than you thought it would. Maybe you're wishing for a new assignment at work or a new kind of adjacent job to what you have now or adjacent duties to what you have now, but particularly what you're working on right now is not going well or you're not really interested in it, doesn't really spark your passion is how I would put it. I also see for some of you, because the 4 of Wands is the card of the home or the community, right? Could also be issues with your house you were asking about or your living situation, your apartment, whatever your particular living situation is. Maybe you were looking for a house right now and something fell through and you were like, oh crap, well, will I get another house that I really like or another apartment? Curtail that specifically to your living situation, obviously. But so if, like, for example, if you are asking, will I get this other house that I put an offer down on, the answer is a resounding yes. So even though it's been a little difficult so far, something fell through, you're not really passionate about whatever this is, you're wishing something new energy would come into your life with it. It is a positive yes here to whatever question you asked. So I'm going to draw a advice card from the Angel Oracle deck for you, pile number 4s. Spirit, could you give me an advice card from the angels for pile number 4s, please? Yeah, or maybe you bought a house and it had more issues with it than you thought, or an apartment. That's something I also see. Your advice is harmony and resolution. Harmony and resolution. So whatever this situation is going on, pile number 4s, your advice from the angel deck today is to focus on bringing things to an end, because resolution means the ending to something, right? And you also got, like I said, the Tower here. That's also the card of things Well, reversed, it's the card of things needing to come to an end that aren't. And your advice is resolution, so bringing something to an end. Harmony, of course, is a keyword that is all about, peace, balance, things being stable. So, yeah, I would say if it's like something you're looking for a better living situation, or like a house that fell through and you're hoping it'll go through, the answer is you will get there. And that you might have even been, the common saying is rejection is divine protection. It could have been that if the living place that you were looking at before, if it had gone through for you, it actually would have turned out worse than you were expecting. So this is actually a positive that you just didn't know about. And whatever place you do end up going to will be a lot better than the one before. It could also be if this is related to a job or a career that you're kind of losing passion for, or at least the particular assignments you're working on are just not really invigorating you anymore, or you wish you could kind of work on something new. Maybe it's kind of become stale. Just focus on harmony, focus on peace, and maybe with a resolution here, go to your manager and say, hey, I really think that... trying to think best way to word something to your manager. I'm going to speak a little bit of corporate speak here. Just go to your manager and say, hey, I did really, really well on bringing these projects to an end, and I would like to work on something, new and a little bit more exciting and invigorating for me in this particular job. Something that challenges me is maybe a better kind of way to put it to your manager. And, even point out maybe if there's someone else on your team at your job that would benefit from the work that you're doing now, and that it would also challenge them and maybe, be something for them to, develop their skills on more, kind of a win-win for... I guess how to summarize that is point out how it's a win-win for everybody in the situation at your job for whatever it is that you're asking for the purposes of kind of reinvigorating your interest. Okay, so focus on harmony and resolution, pile number 4s. And remember, the answer to your question today was a resounding yes. So I hope that was helpful for you, pile number 4s. I will see you either in another pile in this video or in the next video, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number 5s. Welcome to your quick pick yes or no reading for today. As you recall, the object used to help pick your pile was the memory card. So I'm just going to set that off to the left here while we do your reading. And in the middle, I have the card that you saw in the intro. This is going to be your main answer to the yes or no question. But I'm also going to pull some tarot cards with this deck to get some context on what's going on. And then I'll also pull an angel card at the end to give you some advice on going forward. So without further ado, I'm going to actually set your angel deck down here with me. What is the answer to your yes or no question, pile number 5s? The answer is the Hierophant reversed. Pile 5, the answer is maybe, more so leaning no to whatever you asked. So maybe, more strongly leaning no. Let's get some context on what's going on. I'm going to ask for some tarot cards here, Spirit. Can you give me 2 or 3 cards to explain what's going on here with pile number 5s? Why is this in maybe strongly leaning no? What's going on in their lives? What are they asking about? We have the Ace of Challenges, Ace of Swords, most decks. We have the 6 of Challenges, 6 of Swords, most decks. And we also have the 8 of Spells or 8 of Wands reversed in most decks, is what it would be called. So let me get my ducks in a row. What's going on here? Pile number 5s. Let's see, a new thought. 6 of Swords is moving on from something. Moving away from the wolves, hiding from the wolves. 8 of Wands reversed. Something going slower. I think you're asking about getting over something or someone, pile number 5s. It could be a relationship, could be blowback from maybe a job that you left. It could be getting over from a fight of some sort. No matter what it is, it's something about moving on away from an energy that was not good for you, or a person that was not good for you, or a group that was not good for you, just kind of for your own mental sake, right? Because you can kind of see the expression of this figure here. Looks pretty exasperated at the wolves barking up at her at the tree, right? So I think the reason why you were trying to leave, or currently are trying to leave this situation, is because things were just not going fast enough for you. The Eight of Wands reversed here is just things moving at like a glacial pace. It's just not going as fast as you need it to. Could be a job where you weren't making enough money that you needed, like money wasn't coming in fast enough. It could be it was just too slow and boring for you. It could be a relationship where somebody wasn't moving fast enough or wanted to be serious enough with you. No matter what it was, there was a misalignment here with the Ace of Swords, or challenges as it's known in most decks. There's a misalignment of mental values and mental state here with whatever it is that you've been moving away from. So just to remind you, the answer is maybe strongly leaning no here for your answer. And then I also want to get, like I said, a angel card for some advice on going forward, pile number 5s. Spirit, could you give me an angel card for pile 5s? What should they do in this situation? Got any advice? Could you please? Alright, let's see what's going on here. I'm going to pick this one. We have romance and connection. Yep, definitely a relationship for most of you. It could be a friendship as well. Something to do with your connections with other people in your life. Focus on what brings you love. Focus on what brings you happiness when it comes to romance in your life. For most of you, like I said, I think this is a relationship you're running away from or trying to get away from. Maybe a toxic person that you were involved with that was not aligning with you in terms of the heart. So Spirit is, if that's the case, Spirit is encouraging you to keep following your heart, keep following what you actually want from romance and connection. Follow closeness, follow what is right for you, follow what your heart desires. Because, you know, sometimes it's great, or at least it feels great to have, you know, what we think is a deep connection. But deep down inside, we know that this isn't actually truly what we want, or it's not aligned in the right way with what we really want out of a relationship, if that makes sense. So, running away from a relationship wasn't a good situation for you. There was a misalignment of the mind, was not moving fast enough. It could be that whoever the other person was in this situation didn't want to commit as fast as you did, especially here with the Hierophant reversed, because that is a card of breaking traditions. So, yeah, I think most of you, this is someone didn't want to commit, or they were maybe more playing the field a bit, or they weren't as serious about it as you were. So your advice, like I said, is to follow what you truly want out of a relationship, and don't just put up with what you think, or what's a better way to put that? Don't take scraps from the table of someone that isn't serious in the way that you want to be, or that doesn't align with you and what you want from a romance, when you could go somewhere else to get a full feast with someone else. Does that make sense? So, pile number 5, like I said, the answer is maybe strongly leaning no, and your advice is to focus on following your heart, especially when it comes to relationships, either romantic or platonic. I hope that reading was helpful for you, pile 5s. I will either see you in another pile for a different question for today in this video, or I will see you in the next video for a different reading. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number 6s. Welcome to your quick pick a card reading for today that answers a simple yes or no question that you thought of while you were looking at the piles in the intro. As you recall, the object used to help pick your pile today was the Perfume sample vial with a perfume called White Fox. I'm going to set that off to the left here in the corner. So how this reading will work today is the answer is underneath this card you saw in the intro, so I will do that first, but I also will have some tarot cards to get context on what's going on, and then I also will pull a angel card at the end to give you some advice going forward. So without further ado, I will put this down here, and then we will get an answer to your yes or no. So the answer to your question today, pile number 6s, is Judgment. Kind of a complex card when it comes to yes or no questions. I'm going to say for this, it is a maybe, kind of neutral, leaning yes, because it's upright. So maybe, leaning yes is the answer to your yes or no question. Let's get some context though. So Spirit, could you give me about 2 or 3 cards to get context on what's going on with pile number 6s today with this maybe leaning yes? 2 or 3 cards or so. Definitely that one's popping. We have the Council of Animals reversed. Okay. Then we have the Keeper of Spells. That is the King of Wands in most decks. And then we have, let's see, yeah, the Wide World reversed, which is the World reversed. So you actually got Judgment twice. You have it upright here. You have it reversed here, called the Council of Animals in this deck down here. So 2 20s. And then you also have the World reversed, which is 21. So 20, 21, those might be some important numbers for your question for today. So like I said, the answer is maybe leaning yes, and the context of what's going on here is, let's see, not moving into a phase or new phase of life. The Wide World is reversed, is not moving into something not coming to a close. It's not the ending. And the King of Wands is all about stable passion. Confidence. All right, so pile number 6 is, I think what's going on here with this maybe leaning yes is you're not sure if you want to move on to something. Now, that's kind of open-ended. It could be that it's more along the lines of you're not sure whether to end something, or it could be that something already ended and you're not sure if you should start moving in a different direction or with something new yet. So this could be a relationship where, you know, you're asking, like, should I end this? Or it could be you've already ended a relationship and now you're in the point of, well, should I go and try to find new love now? Same thing could be with a job. Could be, you know, should I leave this job and move on to something different? Should I leave this career? Should I go to a different career than the one I've been on? It could be, you know, if you're moving, living situations, you're not sure if you want to leave this thing behind and move on to something new. And the key here too is the King of Wands, as it's known in most decks, is to have confidence. So maybe it's more of a confidence issue as to why you're not moving forward. Hence maybe why you clicked on this reading is because you're looking for that confidence to take the next step. So I would say if it is something that you're just not confident about, I would go for it. Obviously these aren't really advice cards, but with that King of Wands energy here, that is like the pinnacle of confidence in the tarot deck. So yeah, move towards confidence. Be confident in yourself. You can do it. I'm going to pull a advice card here from the Angel Oracle deck. So Spirit, if you could give me advice from the angels for pile number 6s, that would be awesome. What advice do you have for them with this situation? All right, I'm going to pull this one right here. We have expect miracles. Yep, have confidence in yourself, pile number 6s. Expect things to go a lot better than you're expecting. It can be really scary to let old energy and old things go that we're used to leave our comfort zone, obviously, is not a lot easier said than done, right? But they're telling you to have confidence in that things will work out. Things will be better than you're expecting. Expect miracles. Let's see if I get any other messages here. I think for you, pile number 6s, especially in combination with Judgment here, and then also with this angel card, there's a lot of closing of the eyes imagery here, and a lot of like moving upward. So if it's that you're just not sure that you want to move forward, it's kind of something that you almost have to just take a leap of faith on. It's something that you just kind of have to close your eyes and hope for the best and know that the universe will catch you, okay? So I hope that was helpful, my pile number 6s. Remember, the answer to your question is maybe leaning yes, and to be confident in yourself and to expect that things will work out better than you think that they will. So I will either see you in another reading in this video, or I will see you in the next video for a different pick a card reading, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number 7s. Welcome to your quick pick a card yes or no reading for today. As you recall, the object used to pick your pile was the red pen. So I'm just going to set that off to the left here to make room. Now, how this will work is I have the answer to your yes or no question right here with the card you saw in the intro, but I'm also going to pull some tarot cards to get more context as to what's going on, and I'm also going to pull an advice card from my angel deck at the end for advice on going forward. So I'm actually going to set that down here with me for a bit. And let's get the answer to your yes or no question. So pile number 7's, your yes or no question answer is the 7 of Pentacles. Kind of a tricky one. This is a yes, but this is the card of perseverance and hard work. So basically it's saying the answer is yes, but there might be some more work needed to be put in before you get to that yes, if that makes sense. So yes, with some hard work. Okay, I'm going to get the tarot cards out here to get some more context as to what's going on. Spirit, could you give me about 3 cards for pile number 7 so you can see what's going on here? Why is this a yes with hard work? Okay, what's popping out right there? We have the Fairy Wind, which is in this deck, the Chariot. Willpower, driving forward, yep, hard work. We have the Forest Lord, which is the Emperor in most decks. A little bit more structure, a little bit more organization. And let's see, I'm going to pick this one right here. And we have the Weaver of Boons, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Responsibility. Okay, so pile number 7's what's going on here with this yes with some hard work is there's a situation where, trying to find the best way to describe it, so I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet for a second here. There's a little bit more need here for organization. There's a little bit more need here for planning. There's a little bit more need here for being responsible with, it could be money, it could be time, it could be kind of just getting your ducks in a row to get to this yes. Especially here with the Chariot on the left, or the Fairy Wind as it's known in this deck, that's the card of drive and willpower. So the universe is recognizing that you have put effort into this, but it's asking for just a little bit more. So keep working at it, keep putting your all into it, or at least as much as you can with, of course, self-care in mind. We don't want to burn ourselves out, right? But that's why this is a yes with a little bit more hard work. There's a little bit more planning, there's a little bit more intense energy needed to be put into this to make it a yes, okay? Definitely here with the Emperor too, that's kind of a masculine energy. That's the energy of organization, of structure. It could be that right now it's a little bit nebulous, and to make it come true, or to make it a yes, it would need a little bit more meat and structure to it. So let's pull an advice card for you from the Angel deck. Spirit, could you give me some advice for pile number 7's here? What's some advice for them? We already kind of got some advice with the other cards, but it's all about taking responsibility and driving forward in structure. All right, your advice is trust the universe. All right, that is advice to you, pile 7's, to as long as you know that you are putting the work in, you are being financially responsible with it, or at least responsible in the material way. It could be time as well. As long as you're putting in the proper structure and organization with it, and as long as you keep driving forward, trust that the universe will repay that back karmically to the outcome that you want. Okay? So this is all about, sometimes in life things are out of our hands. It could also be because you did get so many major arcana cards down here. This is a major life lesson. So if it's something that you're waiting for and you're like, I've already put in all the work, why isn't it giving me the return that I wanted? Just know that this is kind of also like a divine timing card. Sometimes it just takes a while for us to get to the outcome that we want. So trust the universe is your advice. Sometimes it's just out of our hands, and the best we can do is keep plunking on, keep working as hard as we can, do the best we can to sow, a fertile soil for the future. But the universe is the seed that has to kind of sprout on its own. We can't force a seed to sprout. So that is your answer for today. Yes, with some hard work, pile number 7's. I will either see you in another pile for this video if you ask more than one question, or I will see you in a different video for a different reading, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number, 8s actually. I was going to go 9, 8s. This is your quick pick yes or no reading for today. As you recall, the object used to help pick your pile today was the Antler whistle with the leather cord. I'm just going to set that off to the left here. Make some room. So how this reading will work, like I said, it's short and sweet. This card right here that you saw in the intro is the answer to your question of yes, no, or maybe. I also will pull some tarot cards here to get more context on what's going on, and I also will pull an angel guide card at the end for some advice going forward. So I'm just going to set that down here with me for a bit. The answer to your question, pile number 8, my antler whistle pile, is the world. The world. I would say this is a maybe leaning yes. Maybe leaning yes. Pile number 8. Okay, let's get some more context as to why that is here with your tarot cards. Spirit, could you give me 3 cards as to what's going on? Some context with pile number 8. Keep hearing the term full circle. I don't know if that means anything to you, pile 8s, but full circle. Okay, the fairy wind or the chariot. We also have the 5 of spells, 5 of wands, bit of a clash of egos or a little bit of a fight here, I think. And then we also have the hermit reversed, coming out of shells. Coming out of our shell, something coming to light, something back in the foray. Okay, what's going on here, pile 8s? Why is this a maybe leaning yes? Get my ducks in a row here. Sorry if I'm quiet for a moment. Just want to make sure that I read this correctly for you. I think this is related to someone that was in your life a while back, or someone that you're wondering will come back into your life. It could also be something related to a passion that you lost that's coming back, or hearing back from somebody, if this is communication related. So kind of what's you're being told here, pile number 8s, is whatever this is, if it's someone coming back into your life, a job coming back for you, or an answer back on a job, if it's, you know, maybe a passion of yours that you lost and you're wondering if it's coming back, whatever it is, the answer will come to light here. Or already has, this person has come to light. And then the 5 of wands here is a fight of some sort, someone battling a little bit. And then the chariot is moving forward. Sorry if I seem a little word salady, scatterbrained. The message isn't leaping out quite as fast with this one. Yeah, someone coming back in your life, something coming back in your life, if you're wondering if they will. I think the reason why it's a maybe leaning yes is because whatever or whoever this is, Spirit is saying that, and it doesn't mean this in a condescending way. So when I say that Spirit is saying that whatever this is that you're wondering if it'll come back, it's not important. Spirit knows that maybe it is important to you, but in the long-term scheme of things, it isn't. Does that make sense? So, you know, if this is a relationship where you're wondering if this person will answer back to you, it could be that, yes, they answer back to you, but it's not in the way that you expected, or it doesn't lead down the path that you wanted it to. It could also be, you know, if this is a response back from, like, an interview for a job, maybe you get the answer that you want, but then a job offer from a different job comes in. Whatever it is like, it will come back into your life, or you'll get the response, but it's not in the way that you expect. Or if this is in the past, that's kind of what has already happened. It didn't come back the way that you expected it would. And so maybe there was a little bit of a conflict, a battle there. You know, do I choose this job over the other job? Or if this is in the future, you'll have that little internal conflict of which one do I choose? Could be even between romantic interests. Yeah, there's something here where it's not in the way that you expect. Yeah, something coming out of the darkness, something coming out of hibernation. Let me pull an advice card for you, pile number 8. Spirit, can you give me some advice for pile 8s? What's going on? This one's a little bit more vague. I get a very vague energy here. Angelic protection. Angelic protection. What a beautiful card. Whatever it's going on, pile number 8s, just know that you're protected by spirit to, like, they're guiding you towards the best outcome for yourself. So if this isn't an answer that you necessarily wanted to your question, just know that you're being guided in the direction that you're supposed to be, or in what's in your best interest based on, your angels and your guides and, spirit around you, okay? So just trust that you'll be protected. Trust that you're in safe hands. Trust that things will work out the way that they're supposed to. Trust that you have, a spirit team that's looking out for you, spirit guides, angels, whatever you prefer, or both, and spirit as well. Okay, so I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, pile number 8s. I will either see you in a different reading in this particular video or a different video entirely. And yeah, have a great day. Bye. Hello, my wonderful pile number 9s. Welcome to your quick pick yes or no reading for today. As you recall, the object used to help pick your pile was the tube of alizarin crimson acrylic paint. So I'm just going to set that off to the side here. And how this reading will work is this card in the middle is the definitive answer, yes, no, or maybe to your question. But I also will pull some tarot cards to get some context, and I will also pull an angel card at the end to get some advice for you going forward. So I'm actually going to set the angel cards down here with me. And let's get to the full-on answer to your yes or no question. So pile number 9s, your yes, no, or maybe answer is the Tower reversed. So this one's a little bit of a mixed bag. I would say the final answer is maybe leaning no. Okay? Maybe leaning no. So let's get some tarot cards to see what's going on here and some context. Spirit, can you give me some context cards? What's going on with pile number 9s? Why is this a maybe leaning no? Maybe leaning no. We have the Huntsman reversed, which is Justice reversed in this deck. We have the Three of Challenges, Three of Swords reversed, recovering from pain, and Injustice, recovering from pain, and then we also have the Ace of Swords. Now this one has come up a lot in these readings today. Ace of Swords, Ace of Challenges. Moving in a new direction after a period of injustice and feeling pain for a while. Whatever this was, pile number 9s, it caused you a great deal of pain, but now you're kind of moving into the recovery phase of whatever this was. The period of time of pain is over. The time of injustice is over. I think for most of you this was related to a relationship, definitely a relationship with someone that caused you a lot of issues. It could also be if this was a job, it was a job that caused you a lot of issues that you had to leave behind, or you're wondering if you should leave behind. Causing a lot of issues, and the Ace of Swords here is moving in a new direction. So I think this was past energy for you. I think you've already moved beyond this, but maybe you're asking kind of a retrospective question about what happened with this relationship or job or situation, and also kind of some advice on moving forward. So like I said, maybe leaning no is your answer, and it's about context-wise, moving on from injustice and pain into kind of a new mental way of thinking or direction in life. So I'm going to pull an angel card for you to get some advice on or some advice for going forward, I should say. Spirit, could you give me an angel card for some advice for pile number 9s, please? What's some advice you have for them, moving on from this pain, new direction in life? We have, this one came up in a different reading today. Trust the universe. Your advice is trust the universe, pile number 9s. Yep, just trust that, if you're kind of wondering when you're going to get over the pain of whatever this was that caused you issues. This is kind of a card of divine timing, of things being out of your hand, of trusting the universe to, not only help you move forward in life, but also this can be a card of karma for, if someone had enacted injustice upon you, they're going to get their karma for it. If they put pain upon you, they're going to get their karma for it. Sometimes it's really hard to move on because we fear that, like, someone kind of just got away with something. But when it comes to, our paths in life, when it comes to things related to karma, we don't people that do bad things don't actually ever get away with it in the end. There's always karmic justice. So I think part of your advice here from Spirit or angels is to just trust that whatever this person did to you, or whatever the situation or job or whatever particular issue is that caused you pain and injustice, it will be righted karmically in the end. So to summarize, maybe leaning no, trust the universe is your advice. So pile number 9s, I hope that was helpful for you. I will see you either in the next reading, a different video, or maybe you have more than one question, you're picking on a different pile in this video. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day in either case. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number 10s. Welcome to your quick pick yes or no pick a card reading for today. As you recall, the object used to help pick your pile was this cute little dollar shaped in a t-shirt, kind of origami folded. I'll set that off to the left here as we do the reading. So how this will work is I have the card that was from the intro. This is your final yes or no answer to whatever question you're asking, but I also will pull some tarot cards to get some context on what's going on, and then an angel card at the end to get you some advice. So I'm just going to set this deck down here with me for a bit. So, pile 10s, what is the answer to your yes or no question? The answer is the 8 of Wands. I would say that is a yes. A very quick yes. Pile number 10s. Yes. Also, I apologize if you hear meowing in the background. I have a little kitty that I've said in other videos. She gets really upset when I close the door because she loves cuddles. But I can't record with a kitty in the room because then you'd have just kitties on the camera. Anyways, Spirit, can you give me some context as to the yes for pile number 10s? Why is this a yes? What's going on in pile 10's life? 8 of Cups, 8 of Visions, moving on from something. 4 of Wands, community, home. And we have the Sun reversed. Lack of clarity, time of depression, perhaps. Well, I think what's going on here, pile number 10s, is there was a time of darkness. There was a time of lower emotional state for you. There was a time of less prosperity. But I think whatever this is you're moving forward, or at least hoping to, emotionally on from whatever this time of darkness was. Because the 8 of Cups here is about moving on emotionally from things. And the Sun reversed is that time of darkness, like I was saying before. But what's interesting here is the 4 of Wands, or the 4 of Spells. This is community. This is the home. It could be maybe you lost your home or living situation. It could be that you fear that you will. It could be that, you know, you struggled with your living situation for a while. It could be something went awry in your community or in a social group that you're in. Maybe that's kind of what that time of darkness was. But I do see moving on here, and I do see, especially with the 8 of Wands, is a card of, like, moving fast, right? The wands are coming kind of like rockets from the sky. This is a quick yes. So yes, and whatever it is you're asking about will be quick. Or it was quick if you're asking about the past tense. Okay, so let's get an angel card here for some advice going forward. Spirit, can you give me some advice for pile number 10s? Advice moving forward for this situation. Pretty please. Let us see here. I'm going to pick this one right here. No. No. I always love this card because it has like a exclamation point. No. Yeah, so this is letting go of something. This is saying no to things that are not good for you. This is protecting your energy and saying no to things that would take your energy away. It could also be a symbol of, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this, pile number 10s. It could also be that you had kind of a secondary question to this. And if your secondary or kind of follow-up question to the yes, if you had a secondary question, the answer to that one is no. So either way, your advice is, you know, protect your energy going forward. Don't be afraid to say no to things, or if this was in the past, it was okay to say no. It's okay to let go. It's okay to move on forward, you know, especially here with the 8 of Cups. It's about moving on emotionally from things. It could be if this is a living situation and you're wondering if you should say, perhaps if you're choosing between two different places to stay, if you're asking about a singular one, think about whatever one is the one that best suits your needs and your financial means. Because this isn't like the answer of no, this is like a protecting your energy and kind of a shielding no, like you're holding up a shield to something to protect yourself. So to summarize pile number 10's, the answer to your question is yes, in a fast manner. So if this is in the future, whatever it is you're asking about will happen quickly. And then your advice going forward is, protect your own energy and don't be afraid to say no to things. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. Pile number 10's, I will either see you in a different pile in this reading if you're asking more than a question, or I will see you in a different reading someday in a different video. And with that being said, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the future. Bye.